start off just looking at it awkwardly? Alright, what's up everybody? So today's vlog is not like a normal vlog. I got a little bit of footage. I didn't film any of the workout. Worked out with Benny. He was totally slacking on me. My workout sucked.
I didn't really work out at all, honestly.
Yeah, he drained me.
I did some movements, that's about it. I just moved around.
He just wiggled. He just wiggled. But today I kind of wanted to like use the vlog because I've been putting one out every day, so I want to kind of talk about starting something and just following through and just jumping, because like Benny's about to start his own clothing line, his own like brand. Crystal's, you know, put in her notice at her job and she's starting her own brand, her own podcast. I've started Keto Savage. I'm doing that. That's my thing now. So I just kind of wanted to talk about just going for it, you know, because like they're both about to go for it. I've been going for it, and it's fun and exciting, and there's no reason that anybody listening can't do the same thing. Like a lot of people watch YouTube, they listen to podcasts, they watch vlogs, and they're like, they just get so stuck in watching that they don't remember to do. And we're nothing special, you know. We're just. I mean,
I am, but.
Yeah, we got one out of 3 are special.
Crystal's
one out of 3
special,
people,
you know.
That's a
Crystal's
statistic.
special.
1 out of 3 people are actually special in this world. So that's it. No, but yeah, exactly like you said, we're nothing special, and we're just a few individuals that have something that we've always wanted to do. And I know you can probably think it to yourself as well. Like there's something that everyone wants to do, something that everyone wants to be involved in, whether it's like fitness or whether it's like fashion or anything. And just for me, I've always wanted to like create a product, and I think that's maybe starting off with starting like a clothing line, and that's something that I've always wanted to do, but I've just watched people do it. And I think whether I have any experience in it at all, I just wanted, you know, you got to stop thinking at some point, because nothing happens with thinking, you know. We talked about that in the gym today when we were working out.
When we were not working out.
That's exactly right. When we were thinking about, you know, you can think about something as much as you want, and that doesn't create progress at all. I mean, you actually got to take steps forward and take action in doing what you want to do. And that'll be exciting for you guys to see his develop, hers develop, mine develop within the next few weeks, hopefully. That's a pure example of us just taking some steps forward and creating something. And that's the only way to do it. I really think that.
Like, I don't know, when I first, like, I've always liked business, I've always loved business, I've always wanted to get into business, but I didn't know what that was exactly. And I've read like every single business book I can get my hands on. I've got bookshelves filled with business books. I've read like website blogs. I've watched YouTube videos on how to start a business. And it's like all the success that I've seen has been when I stopped reading those books, stopped watching those videos, and just freaking jumped and went for it. And like, yeah, I'm glad that I had that foundation, those resources to kind of look from and pull from. That's been useful for me. But I mean, every success I've seen has been when I just jumped and started doing, as opposed to like analyzing. I mean, paralysis analysis is a thing for real. Like you can get so stuck in the moment, in the minutia of just like learning to make things perfect, that you fail to launch and therefore fail to succeed. So just jumping for it is huge.
And that's the thing. Like we've all felt it. Like all 3 of us, I'm sure, have felt it. We get excited to watch something. We love watching something because it's someone else doing something, and we in a way want to be involved in that, but we just like to watch. We like to sit in our bubble and just watch, and it's very paralyzing. You can begin to think that how paralyzing it actually is when you really like watching someone. I'm sure a lot of you love watching Keto Savage's content, but at some point, if you wanted to do something, there's obviously a reason you like to watch them. It's entertaining, or whether it gives out good information. You're probably interested in what it does, and you want to create something for yourselves. All of us want to create something for ourselves, but it's definitely paralyzing when you just sit and watch. And I think that Gary Vee, if some of y'all know him, has really like kind of went into depth on that subject of just watching. He's like, I hope people stop watching me, because he's like, I mean, that's my business. People watch me. I'm a content creator. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. But one day, like, I hope I can get people to stop watching and just do what you want to do.
Yeah. Like, so basically what we're saying here is stop watching my content. But I don't really want to say that because I like it when y'all watch my content, so keep watching my content.
It's balanced, it's balanced. Yeah. I mean, you can watch what he's doing, but make sure that time that you have separate to yourself, do something with it. You know, like it's all comes down to priorities, and there's definitely times when I binge watch Keto Savage. I just can't not stop watching Keto Savage's content, and I'll sit there for hours and watch video after video. And he's got a lot of content up. I'm behind, so I'm about caught up now. I'm about 3 months behind still, but I started from your first video and all the way up to now. No, but seriously, like you can definitely. Everyone has the same 24 hours in the day, and I'm sure you watch YouTube videos of who are your favorite YouTubers.
I used to watch a lot more than I do now. I don't really like when you get in the mix of like creating content. that becomes your priority more so than like watching content and consuming.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily about creating too, because like you can really get in a bind by trying to create something new every day, create something fresh. That's why I'm trying to like document, because documenting is easy. Like right now with my YouTube channel, these daily vlogs, like I'm just trying to document what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, because you know I'm not wrong. Like you can't say that, oh, that's wrong, he's documenting wrong. It's just what is, you know.
Yeah.
And I have that steady supply of content because every day that I've been alive, it's something to do, something to talk about.
That's
Got a phone
sure.
call. Anyways.
Gary Vee himself.
Yeah,
Right
Gary
there.
Vee. Yeah, no, speaking of Gary Vee, I'm glad you brought that up. Like, Gary Vaynerchuk, he's one that I will watch, because, like, if I'm ever feeling lazy or feeling down or feeling like I can't do something, or I'm feeling, like, rushed or, like, I don't have enough time, I watch 5 minutes of his stuff and I'm ready to kick ass, you know? And that's just the truth of it. Like, you watch some of his stuff and he's all about playing the long game, you know? And, like, putting forth the effort, something you're passionate about, you know, crushing something that you really feel, you know, compelled to do, to talk about, to make, create, and like doing it for the long term. You know, I mean, I'm 26 years old, I just turned 26 the other day, and like hopefully I've got a lot more years ahead of me. And if I compound, you know, every single day doing something, documenting something, building something, like in 30 years, Keto Savage is going to be unfreaking stoppable, and it's going to look different than it is today. But in 30 years, I mean, it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And like, I can't live in the short-term mindset. I can't think, oh, I'm 26, I gotta have this huge thing by like 28. Like, I gotta just play that long game and way of thinking, and that makes it easy to maintain that steady supply and consistent supply of work and content.
Yeah, and I think that you definitely have to enjoy it, though. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he enjoys doing this, and so I enjoy doing what I do. I think that you have to first find what you like to do and do it. I mean, because we can all get hung up in doing stuff we have to do, but not necessarily being able to stick it out because we don't love it. And so you definitely have to have a passion for whatever you choose to do, and then it becomes like you're not working, really. You just kind of do it because you enjoy doing it, and you can grow and make progress that way, just because it's kind of inevitable.
Inevitable.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
But-
like I 100% agree. I was listening. It's probably one of Gary Vaynerchuk's things, but if you're more excited about Friday than you are Monday, you're doing something wrong. Like if you go to a job you don't like and you just grind that out from, you know, your 9 to 5 shift, have your hour lunch break, watch some YouTube videos, like your life is getting sapped away. Like you're not, that job that you hate is not energizing you, and therefore you're not putting forth great work, because you can't put forth great work if you're not passionate about what you're doing. Me, I can like work all day long and wish that I had another 10 hours on the clock to work more, because what I'm doing energizes me. Like it gives me the desire and the compel to keep going, keep putting forth effort, keep putting forth energy, and like that is what allows you to build and grow and develop great work, because you're passionate about it. And Crystal hadn't said much of anything, so we're gonna let her talk now.
I think Crystal and I are pretty much in the same boat, though. I mean,
Yeah.
you had just quit your job, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't technically quit my job. I was working at a gym, World Gym. Actually, we all went to World Gym Fayetteville. It had recently closed down, but I enjoyed working there. I enjoyed it. It's not that I hated working there. I didn't hate my job. I clocked in and clocked out, though. I didn't necessarily, if I had the choice to be there, I probably wouldn't have been there. But it was just an income check, and that can be very scary too. Stopping something that's like a for sure income and reaching out to just go out and make your own income is definitely scary. It's not easy, but I think that we're in the same boat. I feel these last 3 weeks of actually that gym closed down, so I lost my job, has been so much more doable for me. Like I actually love Monday, I love Tuesday, I love Wednesday, I love every day of the week. Whereas when I knew my shifts were on certain days of when I had that job, I just kind of like didn't look forward to Wednesday and didn't look forward to Thursday. And that might not be the deal for everyone. Everyone might need that extra income. But I feel like since I've found kind of what I wanted to do, and I can actually spend every day and every hour doing that, then it's just so much easier for me. And we're kind of in the same boat, because you had just done that probably more recent than me, right?
Last week.
And where are you working though? I don't.
It's
Was the
Doomsday.
the coffee place? Okay,
Yeah.
And we're actually on coffee. Shout out to Robert getting all the coffee for us. And he says he drinks 6 cups a day, about 2 to 3 in the morning, 2 to 3 in the
A lot
next
of
day.
coffee.
A lot of
Yeah.
coffee.
It's pretty crazy.
So.
I feel like in all of our videos we're like out getting coffee again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like when I don't know what to film, I film us getting coffee, because most people in the keto community, they drink this bulletproof coffee or keto
I mean, so
coffee.
this coffee. Let's talk about it.
Okay,
What is
let's
this
talk
coffee?
about the coffee.
It says 3 times of what though? 3 shots?
Yeah, 3
Yeah,
shots
so
of coffee.
3 shots of espresso. So for all you keto people out there that want to make the perfect cup of coffee, at like a Starbucks, this is what you do. And most Starbucks has the Kerrygold butter pads. You can get like a bulletproof coffee there. So you get a Americano. I get a Venti Americano with 4 espresso shots, and then I get steamed heavy cream and 1 pad of butter, and then sugar-free vanilla. And that right there that's how I said it, right?
Yeah.
That's not, she normally orders, but I believe that's what it is. But yeah, that's super good. So yeah, a little tip in there tied into keto. But yeah, you gotta say something, baby.
I will say something about time. I actually used to get really pissed off at Robert because I would say, I just don't have time. He said, you do have time. There is time to do everything. I mean, sit down one day, break down your day and what you do, like what you spend your time doing, and you will see how much time you spend on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, just scrolling or just watching people's stories. And I admit I still do that, but as I've like quit my job and now I have more time on my hands, it's like I need to take advantage of that. And I wish I would have done that months and months ago, and I wish I would have just slowed down on the wasting time watching TV or doing whatever it is that's useless. But spend that time, break down your day, figure out where you're wasting time, and spend it doing whatever it is that you want to do forever because you love it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually made a post about that. That was like
Really?
literally the post. Y'all are gonna like this. If you haven't seen it on my story, I was gonna say it, but I don't remember it, so I'm gonna pull it up for the video here. Let's see. Okay, y'all read that.
Instead of I don't have time, try saying it's not a priority and see how that feels. I like that. I like that.
So
I gotta say something on that. So like, I associate grind and hustle and like sacrificing time doing something else to work on your passion. If you are complaining about your current life, if you're not complaining, if you're happy, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you're complaining about your life, if you're complaining about the job that you're in, you have no freaking right to be like binge watching Netflix or like House of Cards or like TV shows or any of that stuff. Like if you're complaining about where you're at in life and you're not hustling to change it, it's your own fault, you know? I'm gonna get a tattoo. I don't have any tattoos, but my first tattoo is gonna be something along the lines of stop complaining or do more or something like that.
Inspirational. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot of clients that tell me that they don't have time. They're like, I only have time for like a 20-minute workout. I'm like, you definitely have more time like than that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can go to the gym, you can work out. Like everybody has the time. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care what kind of job you have. You have time for things that you will make a priority. You know, things that are
Absolutely.
important to you. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if it's even something that you don't, like say you have a job and that job takes up a lot of time, and which I'm sure a lot of you do, and it's like that staple of income for you, that's true. But there are that few hours at the end of the night where you could spend, instead of binge watching Netflix or whatever you spend your time doing, put that few hours that you have free time, not just to relax, because I'm sure, I mean, it gets tiring, like working all day, it does get tiring and it's hard, but that's called the grind. And so whenever you have that few hours of freedom, put that few hours of investing in yourself and developing yourself to eventually be able to step away from that job and do that full time. But there are going to be those times where you do have to, and that's what I was doing, is just trying to develop myself on the few free time that I had, you know, because you got to do it. It's kind of just something that it comes with life. I mean, you have to have the income, but there are free times that you do have, and instead of, it's all about how you use your free time.
Yep.
So
Sometimes I think I'm better at like using some of our free time. Like I have to convince him, like, hey, let's go on a date. You know, sometimes you have to make time for those things as well. But there's so much time that you can be putting towards something better.
Yeah, and like my whole point with Keto Sav is like I sat down long and hard when I was like trying to figure out what kind of business I wanted to build, and like I don't want to look forward to, you know, lumping my vacation days together and going to Aruba. I want to build a life that I don't have to escape from, and that's what I'm building now. And like when you have that, every day is Aruba, you know? Like I freaking love what I do every single day, every moment I'm awake, and that, like I said, gives me energy to keep doing and keep pushing more. So like find your passion and then give it all you freaking got.
that's right.
Cheers.
Mine's empty.
Oh, really? Y'all's are bigger than mine too, so it's like mine's empty.
All right, catch y'all later. This thing's been going, but catch y'all later.